Transition: Preparing Individuals with Disabilities for Life After K-12 Education. IDEA, or the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, requires public school districts to locate, identify, and provide services for students in pre-K through grade 12. An IEP, or an Individualized Education Plan, must be created to ensure FAPE, free and appropriate public education, in the least restrictive environment possible. Parents and guardians are afforded several procedural safeguards and due process. ADA, or the Americans with Disabilities Act, however, is not specific to public education. It was designed as a federal law to protect the rights of all individuals regardless of disabilities. Under this law, equal opportunity must be afforded, and it prevents employers, landlords, and other entities from discrimination based on disability. Under ADA, reasonable accommodations are provided by institutions and the workplace. However, it is not the responsibility of the institution to provide a personal device or services. Additionally, because it is assumed that the individual is at least 18 years of age, parental consent and participation is not required. So how do students prepare for the future under IDEA? And what is transition planning? Under IDEA, transition is a coordinated and collaborative process that is designed to help students as they progress from high school to post-secondary education, employment, training, or related services. It must be established in the student's individualized education plan by the age of 18. It must be personalized, collaborative, and reflective of student strengths and interests. Several factors must be considered in transition planning. Is the student planning on going to post-secondary school, college, or vocational? Employment, independent living, self-advocacy, and relationships. We will address them all. Research shows that more students with disabilities are attending post-secondary education and college. Therefore, several factors must be considered. First, does the student's IEP goals and post-secondary goals line up? Does it make sense? Are their IEP goals consistent for their vision of the future? Secondly, a comprehensive student assessment must be conducted. Within the assessment, students' academic skills, as well as their social, emotional, and functioning needs, must be looked at. Other considerations, such as, are they living at home, or are they planning on living on campus, must be considered. This is why it is so important to include multiple agencies. Interagency collaboration can help determine what services are needed and when. Mentoring programs, for example, are a great way to transition students into higher education. They provide key academic and peer support. Some of the benefits of mentoring programs include improved communication, motivation, and academic success. In addition, the university's Accessibility Office can help remind students to use universal accommodations, such as text-to-speech or speech-to-text, closed caption, audio enhancement, and various apps that help you stay organized. Whether a student decides to live on campus, at home, or enter a residential group setting, independent living is a key part of the transition to adulthood. Acquiring independent living skills leads to greater personal and economic gains to individuals with disabilities, thus preparing students to live independently by preparing in schoolwork programs and creating a plan for transportation will lead to greater independence. However, this will require collaboration from all stakeholders, as students' adaptive and self-care needs and understanding on financial management must be evaluated. In some cases, meetings may require representatives from the Board of Developmental Disabilities or Social Security Office. The ability to self-advocate or have the ability to state and pursue individual needs is critical to students with disabilities. It leads to better long-term outcomes, higher grade point averages, and better graduation rates. In a transition plan, self-advocacy skills can be built by acknowledging student successes, fostering effective communication, and making meaningful connections. This brings us to arguably the most important aspect of transition: fostering healthy relationships. Intentionality must be used to help students with disabilities form strong, healthy relationships. Upon leaving high school, plans for social interaction must be established. Mentorships, clubs, church, and community programs can all be effective means for keeping an individual connected. Remember, it may take a village, but setting up our students for long-term success is worth taking the time and putting in the effort to create an effective transition plan.